What's up, guys? This is Sapphire, and I'm joined by Unstable. Now, if you don't know who Unstable is, he's one of the top Protoss players in Australia, as well as being a very high-profile streamer, and you should check out his stream. Now, we've got Nirvana spawning as the red Protoss, and he's up against Select spawning as the blue Terran. And if you haven't heard of Select, he is a really high-profile Terran player from North America, and I'd be really interested in this game simply because we've got Nirvana, who's basically one of the top players in SEA right now, against a very high-profile international player. So, Unstable, what do you think we're in for with this Protoss vs Terran matchup?
Well, we couldn't have had better spawns for Nirvana here on PvT on the Lost Temple, because you really want to be careful of those drops from Terran. Like, this such a big open space main. If you don't do a really good SimCity, drops can really destroy you. Like, if all he has to do is pop in, kill one tech structure like a Templar Archives or your Robo Bay and bugger off, because of the way this ramp is positioned, you really can't get in there a lot. So map control is really important for Protoss in this matchup. Coming from the Terran point of view, they just have so many options open to them, though. Early Reapers are probably not going to be seeing just because of these map positions, but I doubt that Select will even be scouting before he gets that first Reaper up. Anyway, Reapers usually pop up before the scouts actually find anything. But we do have a bunker going down, a barracks going down for Select here. He's got it rallied just into the front of his base. But both players scouting in a really natural kind of way, both of them going clockwise. Soon going to realize that they are cross positions, so they really need to swap up what they're going to be doing in these positions, because all the strategies for Protoss are really dependent on where you spawn. Whether you can do an early push, whether you can do a text kind of thing, things like that. But really going to be interesting what we do from here. What else have you seen from Nirvana lately, Steph?
Well, Nirvana's been playing really well lately, and he's clearing the top of Corrupted Tango, aka the most stacked division in Southeast Asia, by 200 points, which is almost unheard of. He's been super active, and not only has he been super active, he has been winning all of his games lately, and that's crazy when you're up around 1500 ELO. It's almost unheard of right now in Southeast Asia, and his competition is around 1350 ELO, so that's absolutely crazy. For those that don't know, that's ELO is the rating system, so even though you might be number one in Diamond, the ELO rating is what really counts. You could be number one in Diamond in a really crap division with 900 points, whereas if you're in Corrupted Tango, you're going to have to be over 1300, and right now Nirvana is at 1500, which is absolutely amazing. Interesting build coming from Nirvana. He went for 13 gate but didn't throw down 15 gas, delay it till 17, so he saw 13 gate, 17 gas, and then that assimilator came online. Similarly, Select was mixing it up a little bit, getting his refinery early, and then 12 racks was still quite a speedy build there, and we are seeing Nirvana throw that pylon down on the left side of his base, so I expect that we're going to see some kind of either hidden tech, or he is concerned about those drops that we saw. But curious that he's still sitting on 1 gate rate right now, saving quite a little bit of minerals. He's sitting on 270. Not sure if he might be even thinking about an expansion, because his minerals is really piling up unless he's going to mass gateway, so we may see an expansion coming out while this Stalker moves across the map.
Yeah, just something interesting to note, there was an SUV beating on this cybernetics core for a long time here, and props to Nirvana. Actually pulling a probe off the line to defend that cyber core is not efficient. Select is doing that to try and pull one of those probes off to lose a little bit of mining time, because he knows his head. But looking up here, we got Nirvana watching that Zelnaga tower, knowing that a couple of units are poking out, a Marine and a Marauder, with another Marauder on the way for Select, and we have a proxy barracks on the left-hand side here. So it looks like we're going to be seeing lots of early aggression from Select, seeing that there's only 1 gateway so far. Nirvana has dropped down another gateway. I'm really hoping he drops another one soon, so you can go with nice cookie cutter 3 gateway, just to stop any kind of aggressive push here from Select. But he has spotted that proxy gateway, and so that proxy barracks, I'm not really sure what his thinking was there. That's really lucky in his case, but he is going to lose this Stalker to the Marauders with the combat shield, with the concussive shield upgraded. So here goes the Stalker.
Yeah, an interesting trade-off. He did get rid of that barracks, so that barracks flotation is not going to happen. He probably would have picked that up anyway, and he is hiding a little bit of tech on the left side of his base, seeing that Twilight Council go down while he does throw down those extra gateways, and there's a Reaper on the field. A little bit slow timing on this Reaper, but he is going to be able to kite some Zealots, but there aren't really anything here for him to kite. He is going to be running into nothing but Stalkers on this ramp, so I don't really think this Reaper is going to be effective unless he can draw those Stalkers to the front with a timing push and then use the Reaper just to harass the probe line. But I don't think it's going to be that effective right now, as we see Select denying that probe scout that Nirvana was using so effectively and dodging dodging from. But we are seeing sentries coming along to the front right now, so and a scan going off on Nirvana's base. So Select thinking about doing some kind of damage here, but there's so many Stalkers, I really don't think it's going to be that effective.
Yeah, that one Reaper for Select here is actually really important because he is going to be able to get vision up on that cliff. That's exactly what he's using it for here, just sitting on the side. A little bit of slow reaction by Nirvana there, but he is able to catch two of the Marauders and a Marine. Losing a Stalker in the field, but he definitely came up up on that battle there. Great use of that Reaper by Select, but just noting, the scan that went into Nirvana's base did not pick up that Twilight cancel. So as far as Select knows, he only has 3 gateways. He might be looking for an expand, but really Nirvana in a strong position here with that hidden tech and being able to support that early push by Select.
Yeah, Warpgate's online now, so he's going to be able to pump out a lot of units. It's pretty decent force field use. He was able to trim Select's push there, and there was no real damage. But we are seeing Select really continue with this bio push. He's got his finally he's got his factory coming online, but these 3 barracks have been pumping out units, and he's got a decent Marine Marauder ball on the way here. And now it looks like Nirvana is thinking about an expansion here, bringing this probe down, saving up 400, and we do see this go online. Curious to find out whether Select is going to expand on his own or continue just pumping units and push the pressure on right now, because he must suspect that at this timing or at this food count that Nirvana's really going to think about an expansion. And if Select stays on this one base play, he's going to be able to produce huge forces, but he might slowly fall behind in the macro stake. So I'm curious to see whether Select is going to expand or is just going to keep up this aggressive pumping of bio units.
Yeah, there is a Stalker still sitting at the back of Nirvana's base. That's really smart by him, just in case that Reaper does decide to jump up and do any kind of harass. He does have that Templar Archives down. He is chrono boosting that Storm, so really in a strong position right now for Nirvana. Those are the fast leg speed. I've seen a lot of Protoss do that lately. It's more just to keep you alive in the meantime until you can get that Storm out. Because if there is like a 3 racks heavy push from Terrans, you really need those speed deals to just get in there and get a few shots off on those Marines, because they do 3-shot Marines. But the Storm is almost done now. It's about halfway. More pylons going down for Nirvana all over his base. Great spots by him. They're not right on the edge of the cliff, so they can't be sniped from down the bottom, but they're also far enough away that he can get complete vision over his entire base. It looks like Select's going to be coming in for a push here now.
Yeah, if we're seeing those medevacs start to come out, this factory is actually being used to scout and was just opened up so that he could get the starport out and switch to medevacs. We are seeing a little bit of back and forwards as this Zelnaga tower is abandoned by Nirvana, and Select has quite a lot of Marine Marauders right now. This is a serious threat, but those Psy Storms are going to be super effective. Unfortunately, no Kadarian Amulet yet, so he does not have the ability to storm right off their spawn time, but all this time that Select is not attacking and not continuing to apply pressure, these Templars are ticking up in energy, and some of them are getting close towards Psystorm. One can actually Psystorm already, as well as the one that's camping out in his base, hanging out, already has Psystorm loaded, plus a little bit to spare. But we are seeing this factory floating out now as Select is pushing in. This Marine Marauders, he was waiting for those 2 Hellions. Looks like that is his timing was, sorry, wasting for these 2 medevacs. That was what his timing was